But let's turn it over to this bizarre situation that I've never seen anything like this in my time as a player. And you know, Justin, you've actually made me aware of this particular situation. Herm Edwards. Ooh. Herm Edwards, as crazy as this shit sounds, my guy was fired on the field after losing
this like the cake
to some garbage ass team as Arizona State's head coach. Arizona State's actually that's my cousin's alma mater. He played in the NBA. Ike Diagu.
Okay.
But I mean, this is a bizarre situation. Let's look at it. It's a short clip.
Yeah.
And then we'll get into it. And I'll let you give me your thoughts on it to start, JB, and then we'll go from there. All right, so let's take a look at this. This was weird. I'm not sure if you can even make out what they're saying, but I've never seen this happen before. It doesn't matter how bad a coach is, you kind of like, this is not something that you expect to see.
Yeah, we've been around some bad coaches.
Yeah, I've been around some bad coaches. He's like, these motherfuckers suck. What you want me to
do? Oh, man. You see what I'm working with? Don't touch me, motherfucker. Yo, smile on my face and ease the knife in.
So, apparently, that was him getting, I mean, and look, this was tweeted by John Tweet Sports. Herm Edwards was met by the ASU president and AD on the way off the field. I've heard of getting tarmacked, but I think Herm is the first coach I've ever seen get end zoned.
Yeah, that is not unheard of. You know, getting fired on the plane. You know, you have a bad road loss.
In the locker room, even after the game, like on the visiting locker.
But you go fire me in front of my wife and everything. Like, come on, dog. There's fucking protocol to this shit. Be a professional. You know, while the kids are not professionals at the college level, the coaches are. You know, there's certain levels of decorum that are expected, especially for someone with a pedigree like Herm Edwards. I mean,
NFL pedigree.
Yeah.
NFL pedigree.
And I thought
player, coach,
yeah,
multiple team head coach.
Yeah. Great record everywhere he went, you know, except here. But it was still a winning record.
And the Jets were
shaky.
Jets were shaky. He was solid with the Chiefs for a while.
But still, I've seen much worse coaches get canned. I mean, hell, Scott Frost didn't get it this bad.
Hey, if there's anybody, and you know what? And okay, so that's a great point to make right there, right? Because Scott Frost, I would say, as far as expectations are concerned, and expectations and comparing the result, I mean, who deserved to be fired in the back of the end zone more? Herm Edwards, who has tried to guide a somewhat, I mean, probably a more severely below average football program for a longer period of time. The Arizona State Sun Devils have not been considered a football power since what?
Ever?
Fucking Pat Tillman days? Wasn't Pat Tillman with the Sun Devils?
Yeah, he was there.
Since Pat Tillman, and even then, I don't think they were a power or nothing.
It was
they were just a team.
I think Jake Plummer was pretty good. They were pretty good with him, but it's not a football school. Let's face it. At least
this isn't even a mid-tier football D1 program in terms of wins, in terms of competitiveness. No, Arizona is a mid-tier football program, but not Arizona State. Arizona State is like prestige. The second-rate Arizona college, you know, and you look at the difference between that and Nebraska. This is a traditional powerhouse. I'm talking about the creators of what we would have called, the option run game. That was them. They made it what it was. I mean, hell, virtually every high school in the South, in the Southwest, that's all they use is Nebraska's offense. Read option, triple option, wishbone option, everything.
Yeah, we ran triple
wing
option,
all of it.
That's probably a top 10 program all time.
Yes. Nebraska all time is a top 10 college football powerhouse. They have multiple national championships, countless Big 12 championships. And I can point to you the exact date and time when Nebraska's football program would never be the same. And that was the 2002 national championship game against those Miami Hurricanes. From that moment forward, Nebraska has been nothing but a shell of itself, and hardly even that. Eric Crouch's last year in Nebraska was the last time Nebraska was any goddamn good, period. And that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, they've been trying to do all this spread offense and try to, modernize things.
They don't have a fucking clue. You know why? Because nobody wants to go to fucking Nebraska to play football. You know what's become important to players just as much as the team is the environment that they get to live in. And you tell me any player who's worth their salt as a top prospect in college football that wants to go to Lincoln, Nebraska to play football.
You can get a couple linemen.
You can get some of the old linemen to go.
You ain't getting no skill positions.
Nah, we good. We good. No.
It's got to be like, it's last chance for a skill position player.
It's not because Nebraska hasn't been winning. It's because it's Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yep.
Do I need to say anything else?
I can go to sunny South California. I can go to anywhere and have just as much success as they're having now.
Man, Sue, nobody gave a shit about Sue before he went to Nebraska. And it wasn't because he was at Nebraska that he was popular. It's because he probably did some corny ass fucking cheap shit that made him a name. They're talking about people fear him because he's so strong, and no, they fear him because he tries to kick motherfuckers in their shit while they're on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I remember him at Nebraska, I should say. Obviously, I remember him playing against him.
Yeah,
I think he might have been a true freshman my senior year. We played them up there in like -7 degree weather. Oh my God. But he was just I think he was like the depth at that point. He might have been a freshman, just a guy. Or a redshirt freshman or something.
He was a guy when you played him.
Yeah, he just came in at the end of the game and was just trying to run cats over. Nothing really changed 20 years later.
Nothing changed. Hey, I tell you what, you know when I played Sue? When he was in Detroit. You know what I did to Sue? I handed him his worst game of his season, statistically and performance-wise. He graded out the lowest of all games that season against me. He had the lowest amount of stats against me. He didn't get a pressure, a hit, a sack. Only thing he did was get half a tackle on the running back in the second quarter.
And probably some dumbass penalty.
No, you know what? He didn't, but I was ready. You know, I already told my O-line coach. I told him on Thursday. I said, look.
Hey,
he said,
be
don't
ready.
be taking no shit.
Be ready.
Don't take no shit. I said, hey, you telling me not to take no shit? He said, don't take no shit from this guy. Who? He's just a regular fucking guy like all of us. So don't take no shit from him. I said, all right, cool. Because if he tries some shit, I'm getting kicked out the game. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Because I'm going to fight him. Because he ain't going to test me on the field. If he tests me, we going to fight. Right. And I'm putting the hood on that. You know what I mean? Like,
let him know.
So I was like, so hey, I looked at my backup like, hey, so pay attention this week in reps. Might be you out there sooner than you realize. Man. Shoot, I broke this motherfucker down. He didn't. I was surprised he didn't say a word to me. He never said a word to me. He didn't push me. He didn't do nothing aggressive. I was like, okay, so he must have read up. He must have read up because I ain't the one. Because I was over here waiting. I'm talking about I had the boxer wrap on extra tight.
Wow.
Like, let's go. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
You pregame, knuck if you buck.
Yeah, I'm over here listening to Ambitions as a rider. I won't deny you. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me.
Duh.
You know what I mean? Like I was ready to ride on this cat. Woo! So, but again, back to the point of the matter here. Why does this happen to Herm Edwards, but it doesn't happen to somebody like Scott Frost? Because I will say, and I'm not going to put this on race because I don't think that that's what it is. I think that it's the matter, it's the level and the manner of professionalism that is probably more culturally ingrained in a program like Nebraska.
Yeah.
That because you have to save face as a program. You have to save face. You've made a bad decision. You got a terrible head coach. He has completely failed the program, and you've given him a legitimate chance to show that he can lead this team to some sort of success. And I mean, not only did it not work, you couldn't even get a quarter of the way through the season with this guy. He got 2 games in and 2 humiliating losses later. You had to make a decision because now you got boosters who were involved in this. And they're not going to want nothing to do with this guy.
Right.
So you're going to have to buy out his contract, which means you're going to lose money and get nothing in return because the program doesn't get any kind of notoriety from it. And, it's the end of the rope for him. Now, as Nebraska, it would be even more humiliating if you lost your composure so much as a athletic director and the president of the university that you wait in the end zone for this guy.
Yeah,
you're going to wait in the end zone? No, that's a terrible look. There'll be too many cameras.
You're right.
It will be talked about and mocked for years.
Best you can hope for is just a note. There could be a note on your...
Somebody just, sticks their head in while they're in the shower. And
hey,
man, just want to let you know, AD wants to see you.
Run upstairs when you're done.
You know what I mean? Hey, come upstairs and see us before you go in there, all right?
There's something else that was crazy, though, that I didn't know at the time. I had to dig a little bit. The AD used to be his agent when he was a coach.
Oh, shit! Well,
or when he was in the league, I should say.
Now we know how he got the job.
Yeah, yep.
You know how he got the job. And, I mean, damn, I would feel sick if my agent was the one firing me. I'd be like, bitch, what I paid you?
Yeah, man. I couldn't let him take both of us down.
Yeah, it was either you or both of us. And they're paying me pretty well.
It's like, hey, man, I negotiated your buyout a little higher, so you should be straight. I mean,
you know what I mean? So
Herm's old. This is probably the end of the road for him.
Yeah, just say, go ahead and just, give it up. You're not going to win a title in anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think they could have, spared him a little bit more dignity than this.
I agree with you there. I think you got to give the man his dignity. He was an longtime NFL head coach. You probably expected a little bit too much in regards to him coming to the college level and just making y'all winners. Because on the college level, it has a lot more to do with recruiting than
you're a figurehead
than anything. He's a figurehead. He's not really
your X's and O's acumen isn't really what being a college head coach is about anymore.
Yes, I mean, it's not. And
who in their late 60s is moving the needle? Saban, shit, he's old as fuck.
I mean, but Saban has been having success for 20 years now. So
at this point,
he wasn't the old guy at that time.
The machine is so well oiled, he's not really having
it runs itself. He's the guy that only the top recruits that they're targeting get to see him. You know what I mean?
He's got fucking consultants and analysts that were former head coaches.
Yeah.
League head coaches.
He's got NFL people coming in to consult, to work for, and that's the shame of it. And that's what is such a bigger problem in college. So to do this to a NFL coach who's just coaching in college because he doesn't have another choice, really. You think if Herm Edwards had a choice, he'd be coaching in fucking college, even as a head coach.
I mean, And at Arizona State, of all places.
At Arizona State, of all places.
He probably didn't even know where that shit was.
I mean, definitely didn't know where it was. But you got to give the man more dignity than this. You got to give him more respect than this as a man, first off, but also be a professional. Don't put your dirty laundry out there in the streets for people to just witness it in real time. You go walk this guy, and you can walk him into a janitor's closet at the side of the stadium if you want to.
Anything else?
And be like, look, bro, this shit is over with, okay? It's over.
And now you're going to have to drastically overpay your next coach because who wants to deal with that shit?
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to. I need $5 million.
You just did Herm Edwards? Like, yeah.
Herm Edwards. This is a guy.
Y'all did him like that? How y'all going to do me?
This is the guy who Herm Edwards has one of the he had one of the greatest. I think he had one of the greatest plays in NFL history he was involved in as a player.
Oh, as a player, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you gonna do him like that? No. You gonna pay me $5 million more just so y'all, and just for me to feel comfortable if y'all do me like that.
I need some extra bread for emotional damages.
You know what I mean?
Got me out here in front of my wife and my side joint.
Looking all crazy.
Looking like
a
damn idiot.